Okay, so have you ever wondered, like, what's really holding you back from, like, building real wealth?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
I think it's something we all think about.
Yeah.
And today, we're going to break down a motivational podcast episode
Oh, cool.
with, like, a really powerful title.
Okay.
It's called, This Will Stop You from Ever Getting Rich.
Wow, that's,
So we're going to dive deep,
okay.
see what it says, and see if we can pull out any, like, actionable advice.
I love that.
You know,
Yeah, actionable.
that's the key.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it because it's, like, easy to get motivated.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you listen to something.
Well, I'm tough. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then what? But then how do you actually put it into practice?
exactly.
Yeah.
So I like that idea of actionable.
So this episode, it starts off and it like kind of hits you right away with this idea of the comfort zone,
Okay.
like the comfort zone trap.
Got it.
And it's basically saying, if you want to make real financial progress, you got to get comfortable
Yeah.
being uncomfortable.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. So what do you think about that?
Well, I mean, that is so true. Like,
Yeah.
it's so easy to just settle into, like, a routine.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to, like, really growing your wealth,
Yeah.
you really have to kind of push past those boundaries. You know what I mean?
I know. It's so true.
It can be hard, though.
It can be hard.
Because sometimes it's like, how do you even know you're, like, in that comfort zone, you know? Like,
Right.
when are you playing it safe?
How do you even know where to start?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and I think that's where, like, a lot of people get stuck.
Right.
So I would say a really good starting point
Mhm.
is to think about the areas
Yeah. Good.
where you might be playing it safe financially.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are some of the things that you're doing or not doing
Right.
that might be holding you back, you know?
Oh, that's a great point.
Yeah,
Okay, so like maybe you're avoiding investing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because it feels risky.
It feels too risky.
Yeah.
Or like, what about this?
Mhm.
Like you're just sticking with like a low yield savings account, just like out of habit.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You know,
It's comfortable.
it's just comfortable.
Yeah.
I know I've definitely done that one.
I think we all have at some point.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy to just kind of like stay in that lane,
Right.
but that's not always the best for our financial growth,
It's not.
right?
Yeah. And like, what about maybe you haven't like negotiated your salary in a while
Yeah, that's a good one.
because it just feels awkward or you don't even know where to start.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and that's a huge one.
Yeah.
Because you're leaving money on the table, potentially, you know?
Totally. Yeah.
So this week,
Yeah.
I would say, why not challenge yourself
Mm,
to take like one small step
okay.
outside of your financial comfort zone?
Okay. I love that.
Yeah,
So even if it's something small.
right.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get that momentum going.
Just to get the momentum going.
Yeah, because even a small action can lead to bigger things down the road.
Okay. I love that.
All right.
So another thing that this episode really contrasts is like chasing those quick wins.
Okay.
You know, we all love a quick win.
Yes, we do.
But it says like instant gratification
Right.
doesn't really lead to long-term
Hey,
financial success.
I see what they're saying there.
It's all about playing the long game.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I mean, it's that classic battle, right?
Hmm.
Of like wanting something now versus like delaying gratification.
Yes.
For a bigger reward later.
Yes. Right.
Uh,
It's so hard though.
It is so hard.
But anyways,
But I think a good example is like
so
you could spend, you know, $5 on like a fancy coffee every day.
oh yeah,
Which is great. Like you get that immediate satisfaction, you
a
know.
little caffeine boost.
Yeah, you're happy.
Yeah, exactly.
But what if you took that same $5
Hmm.
and invested it?
Okay, yeah.
Now, in the beginning, it might not feel as exciting, right? Because you're not getting that immediate, like, coffee.
Right, you're not getting that dopamine hit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But over time,
Yeah.
that small investment,
Yeah.
especially with, like, the power of compounding,
Right.
could grow, like, significantly.
It could, yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of that like quick coffee hit,
Right?
we're talking about planting a seed.
Yeah.
That over time can grow into like
Who's that?
a financial oak tree.
I love that analogy.
Jelly?
Yeah, like building wealth
Yeah.
is often about like those consistent choices,
Yeah.
disciplined choices
Yes.
that might not have that like immediate payoff,
Right.
but they lead to like
Yeah.
lasting financial stability. It's
Yeah.
like building a house, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You don't just focus on like the paint color.
Right.
You got to start with a strong foundation.
Right. You can start with the foundation.
Exactly.
And you're building on that
Yeah.
over time.
Over time.
Yeah. Okay. I love that.
Okay.
So this episode also talks about failure.
Mhm.
It's like nobody wants to talk about failure.
I know.
Right.
But it's inevitable.
But this episode says
Yeah.
that failure is actually like inevitable
Oh, absolutely.
on the journey to wealth.
Mm.
And embracing it is actually key.
Love that.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's so important because no one
Right.
achieves like significant success without like
Right.
facing setbacks
All
around the
about
way. You know what I mean?
It's all about how you react.
It's all about like how you react to those failures.
Yes.
That really sets you apart.
Mm-hmm.
The people who succeed
Mm-hmm.
see failure not as a roadblock,
Okay.
but as like a detour.
A detour.
And learning opportunity.
Yeah.
They adapt.
Uh-huh.
They keep going.
Yeah.
And they come out stronger on the other side,
Yeah.
you know?
It reminds me like all those stories you hear about
Yes.
like successful entrepreneurs,
mm-hmm.
you know, behind every big win.
Yeah.
There's probably like tons of rejections, failed projects, you know, like
That's right.
moments of self-doubt.
Absolutely right.
Yeah. But it's their ability to like learn from those experiences
Right.
that ultimately leads them
Exactly.
to success.
Yeah. And I think resilience
Yes.
and adaptability are so invaluable when
Yeah.
it comes to building wealth. Because,
Yeah.
like, think about it.
Yeah.
The market changes.
Right.
Your personal circumstances change.
Circumstances always change.
Yeah.
Right?
So you have to be able to kind of like adjust your strategies
Yes.
and keep moving forward.
Right. Keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Don't get stuck.
Don't get stuck.
Okay.
Okay.
And finally, this episode is like,
mm-hmm.
you have to know
Yeah.
about financial literacy.
Yes.
It's like the foundation.
It is. It's
Yeah.
like the most important thing.
It says understanding how
Yeah.
money works is essential
It's essential.
for building wealth.
Yeah. It's
How
like
you think?
it's like trying to cook a gourmet meal. Okay.
Without knowing
right.
basic cooking techniques.
I say basic.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you don't understand things like
Mm-hmm.
budgeting,
Budgeting. Yeah.
investing, or managing debt,
mm-hmm.
you're kind of just hoping for the best
Right.
without a solid plan.
You're just kind of winging it.
Yeah, you're winging it.
Yeah.
And that's not a recipe for success.
It's not a recipe for success.
No.
So it's all about like taking control.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, taking control of your finances.
Not being overwhelmed by all of it.
Being in the driver's seat.
Not being at the mercy of circumstances.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of feeling like
Right.
overwhelmed and like
Yeah.
at the mercy of everything that's happening around you,
The mercy. Yeah.
you're empowered
Yes.
to make informed decisions.
Yes. Love that. Okay.
Yeah. And the best part is
Mm-hmm.
there are so many resources
There are
available today
so many resources.
that can help you
Yeah.
boost your financial knowledge.
Yes. Okay. So where should we start?
So many places.
So many places.
I mean, you could start with free online resources
Okay.
like Khan Academy.
Khan Academy.
They have fantastic personal finance courses.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you could explore some like
Yeah.
beginner-friendly books
Okay.
like The Simple Path to Wealth
Okay.
by J.L. Collins,
Got it.
which breaks down like complex concepts
Okay.
into really easy to understand advice.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay. So just to kind of recap
right.
everything we talked about today
Mhm.
in this deep dive,
Okay.
it's like
Yeah.
breaking free from that comfort zone,
Yes.
thinking long term,
Long-term thinking.
embracing those failures as opportunities to learn.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And strengthening your financial literacy
So
are
important.
like the keys to building lasting wealth.
They really are.
Huh.
So what do you think?
I think it all comes down to taking action,
Right.
even if it's just like
Mm-hmm.
one small step today.
One small step.
Yeah.
What's like one area
Mm-hmm.
where you can think about right now
Right.
to kind of push beyond your comfort zone?
Yeah. Where can you push yourself a little bit?
Yeah, and start building a stronger
Yeah.
financial future.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be this big, massive thing, you know?
Right. It could be something small.
It could be like
Yeah.
finally setting up that investment account
Oh, yeah. That's a good
you've
one.
been thinking about,
Mm-hmm.
or finally reading that book
That book that's been sitting on your shelf.
that's been sitting on your shelf.
Yeah.
You know about personal finance.
Right. Just start somewhere.
Yeah, remember, every journey starts
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that first step.
That first step.
You know,
Okay.
you don't have to climb the whole mountain today.
You don't have to climb the whole mountain.
Just focus on that
Right.
first step and then the next one,
The next one.
and just keep that momentum going.
Keep that momentum going. Okay.
Okay.
I love it.
All right.
Keep learning, keep exploring,
Yeah.
and keep striving for that brighter financial future.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you.